What is up, people of the multiverse? Welcome back to a brand new Crisis update video, I guess you could say. It looks like there's a bunch of new, very quick Crisis promotional trailers, one for each show, I believe. So what I'm going to do in this video, as usual, is break down in chronological order what each little promo shows us. But first of all, of course, I have to show them to you so you guys can witness this for yourself and get excited. And also, you know, just get speculating, because as always, I would love to start a conversation down in the comments below, just about anything you see in this trailer. And there are some very interesting quick things that you may miss if you don't keep an eye out. So without further ado, let's play these trailers and then get into the breakdown.
You sent you here to get me because the crisis is here. I will be running home to you.
Batwoman, there is no more time. The multiverse is in great danger.
I'm sorry, the what? I'm fighting to make things right.
Who the hell are you people?
We need your help stopping this antimatter wave.
You just told me my world is over, and you need my help. No one else has to die.
Come with me. I need your help to avert a crisis that threatens the entire multiverse.
Welcome to the Joy Zone.
There's a wave of antimatter destroying everything in its path until it obliterates all reality. We can beat this together.
So yet again, everyone, as you just saw for yourself, these trailers are incredibly quick, but in that first trailer, there are already interesting things shown to us. So we see that Lila Michaels, aka Harbinger, has gone to collect the various heroes in each trailer even, and this is starting with Barry. Now, is it just me? I'm just going to say this and throw it out there. Lila, in each of the trailers, seems to be acting a little bit different. I mean, a lot of people are saying it is the same Lila. I mean, this would make sense with what we saw at the end of that Arrow episode with the Monitor appearing to, our version of Lila, but I don't know. I'm not saying that she is a different version from the multiverse, but Harbinger here seems a bit different to the Lila Michaels we know. I just feel like she's, I don't know, presenting herself with a much higher kind of heroic esteem, and is that just because she's in a suit? I don't know. I just wanted to chuck that out there. And I love this little map of the multiverse as well that you can see is actually getting disintegrated by antimatter. At first I actually thought that may have been an effect, just like the effect that keeps, going on throughout these multiple trailers. But no, I think that is actually whatever, this map of the multiverse is on, like whatever monitor it is, it seems that it's getting, wiped out by a wave. Now, apart from a bunch of heroes charging in, of which you can tell is the Green Arrow, the Atom, Batwoman, the only other thing I want to talk about in this first little segmented trailer is, this flash symbol that seems to be on this treadmill. And if you guys didn't know already, this is the Earth 90s flash symbol. And we actually get to see the Earth 90s flash, which we will talk about in a second. But at the beginning shot of this trailer, we see some boots running on this treadmill. And, those definitely aren't, Barry's shoes that we got in the season 6 suit. It's anything but. So it's kind of interesting that, he's running on this treadmill here. And then we get a little shot of what seems to be a disintegrated pile of flash. Perhaps, this is after something that happens whilst, this John Wesley ship, Earth 90s Flash, is on this treadmill. But I don't know. I mean, we don't know until we actually see these scenes ultimately, but all I can tell you is, both scenes are on the treadmill, and here's a disintegrated Flash suit, and with the emblem. So what the heck happens to Earth 90s Barry Allen here? Now, the next trailer really intrigues me, and this one is for Batwoman, in case you couldn't already tell. And this is because of the Bruce Wayne factors, or should I even say the Wayne Manor factors, and it even starts off with a bat suit that is all cobwebbed over, all dusty. Now, this doesn't seem to be the Batcave that is in, Batwoman. This seems to be, possibly, we could be getting our first look at Kevin Conroy's kind of, setup, potentially, because as we know, he is in the crossover. It would make sense, I guess, that the bat suit, does remain fairly similar across multiple Earths. But either way, this bat suit in Batwoman isn't cobwebbed over like this, unless Bruce has, like, another, Batcave in Wayne Manor or under underneath Wayne Manor in addition to the Wayne Enterprises one, which could be connected by a tunnel. Who knows? It's been done before. But, you know, this is very interesting to just keep in mind as of when we're talking about this right now, because, you know, as Lila Michaels, or should I say Harbinger, approaches Batwoman here, very funny scene because it kind of just reminds you that, you know, as this is a new show for Kate Kane, Batwoman just stepping into the suit of even becoming a hero for Gotham City, you kind of realize that, oh yeah, she's like one of the few people in the Arrowverse right now we've seen on screen who doesn't know what the heck is going on with the multiverse, let alone that there is even a multiverse, let alone the billion other things that we know. Yet again, we get another glimpse at the map of the multiverse, but the main scene that I want to talk about with what I just said about the Batsuit is that this seems, at least to me, that Kate Kane could very well be going to Wayne Manor. I mean, this really looks like the Wayne Manor that they even used in Titans. I'm not saying it is the same location at all. It just looks like, you know, as we know in Batwoman, Bruce Wayne went missing 3 years ago or whatever, and that is that. So obviously Wayne Manor is probably abandoned unless Alfred is kind of keeping it going, and God knows what's happened to Alfred. This is kind of what Batwoman has a little bit of an issue of. They're not answering the background, broader context of some characters. It's not a huge deal, but I digress. Why is she going to Wayne Manor here? Unless maybe it could be linked with that Batsuit opening shot to the Batwoman Crisis on Infinite Earths teaser promo. So what I think would be really cool if somehow Kevin Conroy is involved in this Wayne Manor shot when she goes in, but then again, you know, Bruce Wayne is missing on Earth 1 and Kevin Conroy is an older Batman. So there's all of these questions that still have yet to be answered, especially when you see Ruby Rose's Kate Kane entering or what seems to be Wayne Manor here. So it just wouldn't really make sense with the whole premise of that show being her rise to Batwoman is because of the disappearance of Bruce Wayne. So maybe, I don't know, maybe this is another Earth and this is her going into Wayne Manor, and out of all people, maybe Kate Kane could speak to Kevin Conroy's Bruce Wayne. It's just fascinating. There's so many possibilities, but I don't see why she would be going to Earth 1's Wayne Manor when Bruce isn't even around, unless you know, she knows about another cave that could be there and she wants to go down there, which is where she sees the cobwebbed up Batsuit, and there's something possibly down there that she could use ever since Bruce has disappeared. But it would be very surprising if Kevin Conroy just pops up saying, hey, yeah, I'm the Earth 1 Bruce Wayne, and you know, I've been missing this whole time, but really I've just been chilling here. So I don't think that's gonna happen. Now the next promo is very, very interesting just because we see Black Lightning, you know, charging Pariah, saying, who the hell are you people? But we also find out that Black Lightning's Earth has been destroyed, because he literally just says, my Earth is destroyed and you need my help, because I guess he doesn't realize that the whole multiverse is in danger. But yeah, like, it's kind of crazy to acknowledge in the trailer already that Black Lightning's Earth has been destroyed. I mean, obviously this makes sense if you kind of know a bit of the background context behind Crisis and the merging of Earths. But, you know, of course, I'm very much so looking forward to seeing all of this unfold, all of these other characters interact. But also, you know, an interesting thing in this scene as well, I'm not sure it's a huge spoiler or not, because I feel like a lot of people have known this for quite a while, but in the background there we see Vibe, and I'm just going to say I don't think there is another Earth's Vibe. You could argue it could be, but then again, would it really be the same? So it looks like Cisco could be getting his powers back. I would say he is, but you know, I could be wrong with that. They could have honestly got another Earth's Vibe, but as I said, it's just like, okay, wow, another Earth's Vibe. Why not just make Cisco Vibe again? So that would be the one I'd vote for, and it's just going to be interesting to see how they get back to that. Now in this scene we see Harbinger freaking out, which is very, very interesting if you kind of know a bit of the inside, you know, story of Crisis on Infinite Earths regarding the Anti-Monitor. But also we see another intriguing scene is the Earth 90s Flash meeting Black Lightning. Now, as we knew from the first trailer we just went over, his suit is, you know, essentially disintegrated amongst a bunch of rubble on that treadmill. So maybe Black Lightning here is saying, look, nobody else needs to die, meaning you. Like, you don't need to sacrifice yourself here. We can still work this out with whatever we're planning to do right now without your death being involved. But that's when, you know, he decides to do it anyway. And that is maybe what leads to the result that we saw in that first promo clip of where it seems as though Earth 90's Flash is dead. I mean, to be honest, as quick as these are, some of them do drop some very, very, you know, cool hints at what could be happening and makes me question a bunch of things. So yeah, again, this is what I mean by Lila, or should I say Harbinger, acting very weird. Just the way she's talking is very monotone and kind of unlike Lila, and it's just like, really, is this just because you're in your heroic-esque persona? So which is kind of making me lean maybe it could be a different version, but then again, probably not. We'll have to wait and see. But the intriguing thing about this trailer is where we see a bunch of the heroes running in. And if you guys remember from my initial Crisis promo breakdown, where we saw the Monitor there without his, you know, beard, without his cape on, some people were speculating that it could be an earlier version of the Monitor. It seemed that there was some kind of green hue or filter on this scene, which could suggest, you know, potentially it being not real or something like that. But I did want to chuck the coin in there of, not that I necessarily believe this myself, but there is a lot of speculation about, or what appeared to be the Monitor may very well be the Anti-Monitor, since, you know, a lot of people are still thinking that. And, you know, I just wanted to chuck this in here again because it's very interesting that the same heroes, just from the other angle, are now charging towards the Anti-Monitor. I mean, quite literally, you can see Lex Luthor there, you can see Barry Allen, Supergirl, just everyone who was there in that other shot, you know, from the other trailer. And that started from the zoom in of the Monitor and then panning out into those heroes. And it's just fascinating to see now they're all charging in to the Anti-Monitor, who isn't remotely big there. He just seems like, you know, normal size of what the Monitor is. So yeah, I mean, could he have really been disguising himself? Not saying that Marnovu has been disguising himself this whole time, just maybe it was in this scene here. But, you know, I'm not saying this is the exact same location, but it does look to be a very similar location to that promo that you're probably seeing on screen right now. I mean, for crying out loud, all the heroes are still in the same kind of shape that they're charging in here as when they were stood there in the other promo. So let me know your ideas on this. I mean, did really the Anti-Monitor just kind of jump in when the Monitor was only there a few seconds ago? And then lastly, guys, we even get a Death of Superman reference there, which is just very, very interesting, because I don't think it's necessarily the Kingdom Come Superman, because I don't believe he has that logo on the back of his cape. We know it can't be Tyler Hoechlin's Superman because of Lois and, well, Superman and Lois show that will be coming out. So could this just be a moment in Crisis on Infinite Earths where it's a split second kind of montage of the effects that Crisis already had on various Earths, and maybe just one of them has the Death of Superman in this kind of you know, representation as it's shown in this trailer? I would love to know your thoughts in the comments down below, but as I said, I don't think it could be any of the Superman that we will be seeing in the crossover. But other than that, guys, we see that Earth 73 here is getting wiped out. There are probably going to be a whole bunch of moments like this, and I have to say, I absolutely love that shot of all of these heroes at this table, because it's just kind of like a very Justice League moment, probably crapping themselves about the upcoming Crisis and the effects it's already having on the multiverse. So that is more or less everything, guys. I just wanted to give you a quick-ish update video on just my thoughts on these very, very quick promos. Now, there is a bunch of promotional photos out there. I didn't really want to cover them specifically because they don't really show anything. They're just nice, high-quality photos of people kind of stood there, and it doesn't really show anything that this trailer doesn't really show more of. So yeah, just let me know your thoughts on absolutely everything you saw in this trailer. It gave us a lot of awesome clues that we can start speculating about, but also with as much awesome clues, gave us as much, you know, ambiguity behind it. Other than that, guys, if you want to talk to me personally about all of this outside of YouTube, you can join my Discord server. The link to that will be in the top pinned comment. Make sure you leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Other than that, subscribe for more Crisis updates like this. You can check out my past couple of videos appearing on the screen as well as other links in my description to my Twitter. I definitely recommend following me there. But that is everything, everyone. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.